welcome to another episode of Moementum Monday. My name is Mo, and I'm super excited to have on our show Ryan from 𝗖𝐋𝐈𝖖 Investment Group. Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Yeah, and thank you for having us, Mo. Really excited to connect with yourself and join the channel. In terms of sectors, the big one for me is the reopening trade, which means the likes of, the airlines, the cruise lines, the retailers. They will all come to maybe bigger numbers, bigger sales numbers as people, get out of the house. But there is one particular stock I like as a reopening trade, and it's a company called Academy Sports and Outdoors. Now, we recommended it actually back upon its IPO in October of last year when it's about $16. I think today it's about $32. So a lot of our members made some great gains on ASO, but they've got some price target upgrades to around $37. We think there's still value in Academy Sports and Outdoors, and maybe for some of your members there, the ticker is ASO. I think it's probably one of my my favorite stock picks. I think it's undervalued, and the P ratio of 10, great growth potential. I really like it, Mo. And then the other two I will add is Boeing. I think Boeing will do quite well with some of the orders coming through, and Norwegian Cruise Lines, ticker 𝐁𝐘𝐿. I think that's probably the best play in terms of cruise lines. I think maybe the S&P's got about 1% left in it, the Nasdaq potentially 5%, and then we could see a big sell-off. So I like to have, a hedge against that. My hedge is gold, not Bitcoin. It's gold. Two of the most influential books for me when I started getting into the stock market was a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think every investor might have read it at this stage. But I really, really like the fundamentals and what the book stood for in terms of what different mechanisms are available for everybody to sort of make money. It's not just the stock market. You've also got sort of, real estate and the different ways you can manage your money. So that was a big one for me in terms of open up my eyes to, you don't need, a 9-to-5 job to make money. You can sort of make money while you're asleep. And the second book, which is probably my favorite, is One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. And what that taught me was the importance of not looking or overlooking everyday goods. So, if there's something that you use every day, don't overlook it as a company to invest in. So, if you use, Microsoft PowerPoint, then it's going to be there for the future. Therefore, it probably is a good long-term investment. Even down to, an iPhone, how the brand loyalty behind that. So it opened my eyes up on that front. And I suppose a podcast, which I love, I listen to it religiously every day, is Squawk on the Street. Fantastic podcast. So I listen to that every day. And again, one of my probably the most influential investor I've listened to and I respect is a guy called Jim Cramer. So Jim speaks on Squawk on the Street and, Mad Money. So I'm a big fan of Jim's and follow his work. So that's the podcast I listen to. People have got different risk appetites. They might look for speculative stocks versus long-term. And the big one for me is you need to be a strict investor. You need to know what's your get out point, which ties me into the last bit of advice or lesson learned is there's nothing wrong in taking profits. I'm sure you might have heard it before. Jim Cramer on Mad Money talks about, bulls make money, bears make money, but pigs get slaughtered. And we certainly don't want to be a pig or a bag holder in this market. So we often take profits every now and then. We sort of, our strategy is take, short-term gain versus the maybe 15-20% in a few weeks time. So that's sort of our approach. I suppose one bit of advice we might share with your subscribers is just the way the markets are at the minute. I would sort of advise caution on any big trades at the minute, because just the way the markets are, they are, the key market indicators are pointing towards frothiness. So I would exercise caution and sort of give that as a bit of advice to your subscribers, I suppose.
Thanks again, Ryan.
Absolutely, and thanks again, Mo. As I said, looking forward to having you on the podcast and maybe doing some collab videos in the future.
Looking forward to it.